What's up, people? Oh, a lady today said to me, she said, Tim Black, I'm not going to be able to, I rock with you, Tim Black. I do. Um, you're my guy, but this election cycle, I can't put up with you during this election cycle. You're too, what's the word she said? You don't understand that there are black people that who don't agree with you. Mm. We're not a monolith, and your stance on Kamala is just so you're so negative. That's what she said. You're so negative, Tim Black. You're so. I just can't rock with you, Tim Black, because you're too negative about Kamala, and I just can't do it. And I told her, with all due respect, to go swim with some piranhas wearing a steak bathing suit. Look, man. No, but honestly, what I did tell her, I said, look, I understand, because maybe this channel's not for you. And I get that. You know what I'm saying? There's things that aren't for me. Ukulele playing, it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? The Bridges of Bridgerton, whatever that is, the show Bridgerton with it's based in like the 1700s, and for some reason they're like black people in it or something. Like, just enjoying themselves and being really rich. Not for me, right? So like, not all things are for everyone. And like I told her, I said, look, I understand, man. Look, I appreciate you being a supporter of the show, being a member of the Tim Black Wolf Pack, and supporting and keeping our show on the air all this time. And I appreciate you for doing that. And I understand if we got to part ways. And when I said that, I already knew that she wasn't a person who'd actually ever supported the show, even a little $5 per month, or even $2 per month. She wasn't even really like a subscriber. What's wrong with people, man? Look, but you got to understand is this. Everybody not supposed to want to watch my show. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's supposed to watch the show. If you are for everyone, you're for no one, right? I respect anyone who says, look, Tim, I support Kamala Harris, and I can't be listening to you because you're too negative when you talk about shit she's done or talk about the Democratic Party in general. I can't do that. I respect that, man. You know how long I had to go in this like media business, this thing I'm doing, like, to really understand and embrace, for every person who's just not for me, that makes room for everybody that is. That's how you got to look at it. That's how I look at it. And I refuse to look at it negatively. I'm not even mad at you. I don't see why you had to tell me, because I'm not going to change my tune. I know too much. I've been too far. I'm not gonna lie to myself, man. I'm too old to be lying to myself, lying to you, lying to everybody, trying to keep up rules. I ain't gonna do it. It is what it is, man. And if everybody can't go, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't go. You didn't say, you're not saying I'm wrong. You're not saying I'm wrong in my criticism. You just think I'm too negative. You just got to understand where America is and where politics is. If you can't accept that, if it's too disgusting, if it's just too, it's too much of a downer to really accept what's up in this crappy system for you, then you can go live in La La Land. And I get that, man. And believe me, I used to be in La La Land 15 years ago. I was in La La Land. And up till like 5 years ago, only like 5 years ago did I really start figuring it out. But I was in La La Land when Obama ran the first time. So I understand where you are, and guess what? It's okay. I wish you nothing but the best, lady, because I know when I thought, oh, this is going to be great, we're going to end racism. Obama going to get elected, we're going to end racism. Look at all these people. Look at all the white people and black people holding hands and stuff. Sort of like right now when they got like the white Zoom for Obama, I'm sorry, the white Zoom for Kamala. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you feel about that, that's how I felt, probably. Just as dumb. Just as dumb. Not a damn policy at all that was going to bring us together at all. But this supposed to be this good feeling. Sort of like after you see Rocky or after you see a really good movie. But you can't bottle that up and keep it. That don't change the structural barriers in this country for nobody just because you felt good after leaving the movie. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like good movies that touch your heart, but it wear off, and so does white women for Kamala. Because when it's time for them white women to forego getting that affirmative action that should have been for us, they was like, now I'm going to have to go and get this job, though, player. Let me get that job up off you. You know what I'm saying? Now they got a white men for Kamala Zoom. And the word on the street is they raised like $3 million in like 30 minutes or something. Because that's where all the money is. Need to be, look, man, I get it. I totally understand where you come from, man. I do get it, man. I'm not even mad. I'm not pissed. I'm not mad. I'm not frustrated. I'm not down on you. I just hope you wake up. Hope you wake up quicker than it took me. You know what I'm saying? I hope you wake up quicker than I did. That's all I'm saying, because we need you in the game. We need you accepting hard truths. We need you to accept really what's going on. It's ugly, but the only way we got a chance at fixing this, any of it, is if we wake up. Because living in La La Land and listening to Stephen Colbert or, Jimmy Kimmel, you probably don't listen to them, but I'm just saying, listen to anybody just seeing you say nice things to make you feel better. I'm sorry, sister. Black people really are half of black families. 50% of the homeless families that are in America, I'm talking about entire families living in tents, are black. I need a solution for that. I need Kamala to be working on that right now. And guess what? If Kamala's working on a possible plan to fix that, it's because of people like me. It's not because people like you. It's people like me giving her a hard time that's going to make her do that. It ain't going to be you going, mwah, mwah, you the best, Kamala, and you going to really help me. See, that's why the title of this one is Kamala's Veep Sheep. It's called Kamala's Veep Sheep because she's got a lot of sheep. Now, most of the people that are sheep in the Kamala Veep Sheep crew are people who going to make money off Kamala. I'm not fooled by them. You got to understand, there are people right now very happy. I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to hurt some feelings, man. Y'all ready for some feelings to get hurt this early in the show? How can I say this so it lands right? Listen, there are a lot of black women that are rooting for Kamala because they think they get something out of it for themselves. And a lot of them do. It will be black girl summer or black girl fall. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they are hoping. There are all types of black women in media hoping Kamala wins because the residual boosts they get from it. I'm not just talking about feeling good after watching a great movie, after watching Wakanda Forever. Not talking about that. I'm talking about they feel that they will legitimately get a financial opportunity boost from the white America, the white power structure, from the system, that it will somehow give them some type of more opportunities. See what I'm saying? I never once thought that Obama becoming president would mean I could get a job or get a promotion or get more contracts. I never thought that, but there are black women in the media who think that. There are these talking heads, the ones you hear talking, I'm trying to tell you, man, I peeped their game. When I'm looking at, what's her name, like Reese, the ones with Roland, the black woman with Roland, the ones on the Native Pod, I forget all the names. All these women in media, like these black women of a certain age, I'm trying to tell you, say 35 and up, I'm telling you, man, it is not all altruistic. It is not all, I just want this for my people, because Kamala ain't promising that for her people. Kamala has to say she's going to do anything. Only people that I hear Kamala talking that she's going to do something for are immigrants. That's who I hear her getting passionate about. Or immigrants coming over who are immigrants that are here that are documented and undocumented too. So there are black women right now who are being very self-focused about, and they have a plan that's going to help them. It doesn't matter what happens with us, the working class black people, they're not concerned with that. They're not. They're concerned with what it means for their upward mobility. You understand? Because society will do things for them. See, every once in a while when a black man gets shot by cops and everybody feels bad about that for a moment, for a little while it may help black men because cops will stop shooting us for a while. It's just a thing. They just start getting hesitant. Know what I mean? But see, if Kamala does well, she does well, it empowers black women, right? That's why they're excited. Don't get me wrong, not all of them are that way. Some of them have nothing to be excited about. But I'm talking about the ones who are actually in position where this can benefit them. Believe me, man, it's deeper than just, I peeped this out, it's deeper than just, because why else would they be excited about somebody who don't have any policies? It's like Santa coming down your chimney with no bag. What could you possibly be excited about if there is no stuff in the bag? There's nothing in the bag, man. She don't even have a bag. She's coming down the chimney with nothing in the bag. And they're going, I can't sleep, I can't wait. How much sense does it make? We have to grow up politically and realize look, it's not show friends, it's show business. You know what I'm saying? And look at the ulterior motives of the people pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, case in point, I ran across this video. This video you're gonna see people in this video who were very critical of Kamala just 2 years ago, 3 years ago, who are now on their shows being her biggest supporters. You could say it's just a coincidence. I tend to believe it's more to it than that.
Of any vice president.
Well, there are polls that also.
There are reports that say that you have the lowest approval rating of any vice president.
Well, there are polls that also say I have great approval ratings.
Swing voters don't like Harris. How big a drag is Kamala Harris on the ticket?
She's a pretty big drag. I think she was arguably Biden's worst political decision.
They don't like her. There's lots of reasons they don't like her.
Kamala Harris's approval rating is now at 28%, which is an historic low for any modern vice president.
We're hearing it from mainstream media, one outlet after another, one leak after another. That Kamala Harris is the worst vice president ever, the worst politician ever.
We don't see the vice president.
That Kamala Harris.
Look at the people on the stage right here. Do you see any of them jumping in, correcting him? Yeah, that's Scarborough and Mika and Michael Steele. All the people that are boosting her now. I saw Michael Steele on the show with Simone Sanders basically throwing roses at Kamala's feet before she walked. I hear Mika and Scarborough kissing her butt in ways that are disgusting to see in an early morning show, like the kids are up going to school, but I guess now school's closed. But you know what I'm saying? Like the way it's almost immoral, improper. You know what I'm saying? The way they're drooling over her. Listen to them talk. This It's not doctored. This is them talking, not favorably about her at all. What changed? What'd she do? What'd she do? She invent a new flavor for gummy bears? What'd she do? Hold on, guys. Here we go.
The worst vice president ever, the worst politician ever.
We don't see the vice president. What people are saying to me, and I'm sure they're saying it to you, where's the vice president? Some White House officials are feeling that she came off looking unprepared for inevitable questions about when she might visit the southern border.
We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
The point that Lester Holt was making was obvious to anyone else who was watching this interview, which is that the issues at the border are inextricably linked with the portfolio that she's been given.
The border is secure. We have a secure border.
Bidenomics is working.
Prices have gone up. And families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more. And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up.
He picked Kamala Harris to be his running mate. She was ranked and is ranked as the most liberal senator in the United States Senate. So he could have gone the other way, but he went to the left.
Joe Biden is running for re-election, and I will be his ticket mate. Full stop. Full stop. Sit.
All right. So, I can't sugarcoat it. I won't sugarcoat it, man, to make people feel good about this. I won't pretend that there's not something going on. There's not a scam going on. It's obviously a scam going on. That's all. And I don't know what kind of substance, medication, you don't remember the things people were saying about her? She gave them reasons. When people were talking about Joe Biden being cognitively declined, what were they saying about Kamala? And they weren't making it up either. What were they saying about her? Here's a reminder.
Today is today. And yesterday was today, yesterday. Tomorrow will be today, tomorrow. So live today, so the future today will be as the past today.
Look, man, I'm just saying, is this doctored or is this? I know everyone makes jokes about Trump on the stump, Biden on the stump. Is this real? Somebody tell me this ain't real. Someone tell me that this was made up by AI or something. Is this a deep fake? Because if this is not a deep fake, explain this shit. D.L. Hughley, I need you to explain what I'm looking at here, man. Come on, man. Raven Simone Sanders, Joy Reid, Rachel Maddow, the whole crew. Explain what I'm looking at here. Explain what we're hearing here. Then explain to me why I'm critical of this person, why that makes me like I'm a Trump supporter or something. How is criticizing that shit? How is criticizing that shit make something wrong with me and other people that criticize her? I'm just trying to figure it out because I think anyone who criticizes that has total basis to do it. There's nothing. In fact, if you did not criticize that, if you heard someone say this, get up in front of people and cameras and say this.
Today is today. And yesterday was today, yesterday. Tomorrow will be today, tomorrow. So live today, so the future today will be as the past today, as it is tomorrow.
Yo, man, look, man. And then she don't have no policies either? Then she's not offering us anything either? except watching her be successful? Like, dog, like my only reason, I don't know, man. I don't know what's wrong with us. I don't know what's wrong with us, man. If I understand the people that are making money, I understand the people whose careers depend on this. If you work for a news organization, it's wrong. I don't agree with it. You don't get a pass, but I can logically figure out why you still going to support it, because you know your livelihood depends on it. But if your livelihood don't depend on pretending this don't exist, if you are not employed by one of these organizations, right? If you're not counting on the Democratic Party to help you make a living, if that's not your jam, you know what I'm saying? How could you deny that brother got a point, pointing this shit out? How do I become the bad guy? By pointing out what's out there. Like, you could go find, this is not, I didn't have to search for this. This didn't take hiring a crack team to go find something off of a hard drive somewhere in Siberia. Dog, this is on like Google. It's everywhere. The people that don't know just how horrible Kamala is at so many things are people that just don't want to know. And I don't care what D.L. Hughley says. You know, first of all, I say things that weren't true about Kamala, and I've been apologizing for it. I told her I was gonna help her get pregnant. I mean, get elected, selected, and I have to give by the grace of God, I've had the ability to use my to use my platform to help her. I'm gonna play a tape for you, man, or a video, not a tape. Jesus Christ. 90s. I'm gonna play a clip of someone who I rarely ever agree with, who's taking heat. And I'm gonna back them up because I don't have to agree with everything you say or do, but I can agree, when I agree with you on a particular issue, I'm gonna let people know. So I agree with this. Check this out. Let me know what you think.
Kamala Harris putting clips of Kamala Harris stating things. I don't need politicians to state things. I need politicians to do things. When I met with Kamala Harris after she summoned me, I said to her straight up, you talk out two sides of your neck and we don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Kamala Harris who's trying to shut me the fuck up. Because I told her straight up that I feel like she is disingenuous in her messaging. And she said to me, well, you're being too critical. And I said, I am a voter. I'm supposed to be critical. That's my job. And I want to see actions. She said, well, how am I supposed to talk about racism in America without calling Americans racist? I said, well, first of all, there are many racist Americans. But there's also policy, legislation, institution, and systems that are racist that need to be addressed. They need to be addressed. And if you're not going to do that in an actualized way and in a loud, bold way, people will never really know where you're coming from. Well, you can't tell me how I feel. So I'm not telling you how you feel. I'm telling you how you sound. I'm telling you how you sound. Okay? The truth is that you should always question your source and what are their intentions. And what you all need to know is that I don't need to do any of this. I don't need to talk about any of this.
Okay. So I'm going to say this, right, guys, because Um, right now, what's happening with Donald Trump against Kamala Harris is they want to frame her as this wacky leftist, this wacky far left extremist. Now they try to do that with everybody, even try to do that with Biden. It's crazy, right? That's their go-to thing. That's what they say about anybody that's got a D in front of their name, right? Wacky leftists, right? The problem with Kamala is she pretended to be that. So Amanda Seals is 100% correct. There was a time where she was saying that she was the most, her voting record, for instance, in the Senate made her the farthest left. You heard Michael Moore in the clip say she was the most liberal, ranked the most liberal senator in America. Okay? 2018, when she decided she wanted to run for president, that's when she decided to support marijuana. She didn't support it all the way up until 2018. But then she started changing her stances on issues to make a run and to emulate who was popular at the time, which was Bernie Sanders. The Bernie Sanders effect on the Democratic Party, and people started rising up like AOC. So there was a different time. So my thing, what I'm trying to say is that Kamala Harris basically she rode waves. She rode the waves of what was popular at the time. That's what she did. That's what she did in San Francisco. There was a special prosecutor who was the most progressive special prosecutor in the country. I think his name was Quinlan or Hinlan or something. She ran to the right of this guy and put out a bunch of ads and stuff saying that he was too lenient on crime, and that she was going to come in and get tough on crime. That's what she ran for in like 2014, not 2002, not 2000, not 1998. We're talking 2014, dog. Not that long ago, she was like, tough, I'm going to be tough on crime, and this guy's crazy. And this guy, you can't have, California, San Francisco needs a tough on, tough, or whatever. That's what she did. She ran to the right of the progressive prosecutor. That's what she did. Then she got in, and as the wind started to blow another way, she started changing different things. But she didn't change overnight, dog. They wanted her to sign on a book, was Proposition 47, which would change the charges for weed and stuff. And she was against changing. She did not want to soften up. Once again, until it was time for her to run for office, to run for president, then she changed up. Then she said, oh, I'm going to be progressive and all this stuff. I told Kamala Harris is a chameleon. So I don't know what to expect out of her. That's why it's really hard. Because some people say, Tim Black, no matter what she does, you won't support her. You think that's because of me? You think we won't support her? Those that don't want to support her, why do you think that is? It's because they don't trust her. It's because they know she's been on every side of the issue. Hillary was the same way. It's called triangulation. She was against it before she was for it, before she was against it. Now that we've had Donald Trump as president, now that what's going on with the border is going on with the border, now that crime and this tough on crime thing has sort of swung back again since George Floyd and the uprisings and the protests, and now that the country is kind of taking a different turn on that, because the people that were like, yeah, we need to help do something with these cops, are now like, hey, we just need to all be safe. Now she's backing away from all that stuff. Now they're trying to pretend that was never her past, that she was never the person going, we need to defund the police, we need to come up with new ways of policing. Now she said it's safe to be the top cop again. So if you are a person that supports Kamala Harris, what Kamala Harris are you supporting? And who is she gonna be next month? Who is she gonna be next year? These things matter, man. Look, I support somebody I cannot support someone who doesn't have any consistency about who they are and about what I'll be supporting, and who will change on a nickel or a dime what they supposedly stand for. Right in front of your face, just shift into something else, transform into another political ideology, all of it, just boom. And then start denying that you saw what you saw or that you heard what you heard. And then start giving us the word salad. Elizabeth Warren here is going to talk a little bit about the immigration stance of Kamala Harris.
In the states and cities that are supporting migrants, and I believe we need to create a pathway to citizenship. All of that is a part of what we need to do for comprehensive immigration reform. Kamala Harris will work with Congress and get that done.
I don't know what that even means. I don't even know what that means.
The border, to have more resources in the states and cities that are supporting migrants, and I believe we need to create a pathway to citizenship. All of that is a part of what we need to do for comprehensive immigration reform.
Okay, so what's the plan for the people that are here that are dealing with the inflation, the price gouging, the lack of resources in their cities? What's the plan for the 40% of the homeless people being Black Americans in the country? What's the plan for them? So one of the things that I have a real hard time swallowing, and I don't care who you are, if you look, we're gonna have to disagree. God bless you. But if you have no concern, when I tell you that we're 40% of the homeless population, and I don't hear shit, but if I say, well, don't talk to me about what migrants need if you're not gonna listen to what I say Black people need. And if you get an attitude, you get your ass on your back about that, you're just gonna have to have your ass on your back. Get what I'm saying? Migrants did not build America for free against their will. I don't care what, I know, I understand what's going on in their country, now cool. We built this country for free against our will and didn't get anything for it. And I'm saying, what are we gonna do about the people that are here that are struggling with those legacies right here, right now? And then you got nothing for me. Do you know how many people don't want to, how many people that, I used to hear from these people all the time, man, all the time, y'all. They would be hitting me up, talking to me and stuff, hitting me up all the time in my DMs, like real cool, till I start saying these types of things. Then all of a sudden, I don't hear from them no more. And guess what they were? Not Black Americans from America. They were other things. And they did not care. They did not care about what's going on with us. But if I don't care about what's going on with them and their cousins, then I'm a bad guy. But they don't care what's going on with us. And I think it's because covertly, they think that whatever's going on with Black people in America, that's our fault. They believe that's self-induced. I really believe that. They won't say it because they're supposed to be lefties or progressives or whatever. But please explain it to me. That's what I think. So I'm gonna sit back and I'm watching what's happening in this election. All I'm saying is, I can't with good conscience support a candidate who doesn't have any support for the issues I care about. Don't just tell me that Trump is scary, man. You got to tell me more than that, because everybody's scary to me. I mean, if we 40% of the homeless population, I mean, what more are you going to do to scare me? When people keep talking about losing democracy, you know what? Not having a place to live is losing any form of humanity. They've already lost that. And I'm saying, what's the plan to remedy that? So, and once again, I'll just say this. I got one more clip. If you don't have a plan, if Kamala doesn't have a plan for addressing the needs of Black Americans, why does she get to run on being Black American? And why should people support her because of the way she looks. Because that shouldn't even be a part of it. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, we got to be smarter than that. And if we have any chance of getting any type of focus on issues that are important to us, and that could be whatever issues are important to you, whatever it is, people have issues that they're more concerned with, and I understand that. And I don't want to vilify you for that. You can't vilify me for it. Because these talking heads on TV, they're not riding for black issues. They're just black people in it. I'm really what a lot of black people, what I'm saying right now is what a lot of black people are thinking that aren't on TV. The ones on TV don't get to say, or if they're scared, afraid to say what real black people think. When I say real, I mean working class black people, okay? Who don't have trust funds, who don't have friends that work at MSNBC or CNN, right? Like people with 9 to 5s, people with 8 to 4s, people with, 12 to 8s or whatever, right? Them people working shift work or working at FedEx, UPS, driving Uber or Lyft, those folks, waitressing, hospitality industry, delivery trucks, truckers, like those types of people. Not just elite people, like the people that work for Roland Martin, the people that work, the Don Lemons of the world, and these people, that's different. Those people are not in the same boat. They don't have the same concerns. I'm not saying they're all bad people. I'm just saying they don't even know what it's. When was the last time they had to deal with this stuff? So I'm just saying, if we don't I don't trust Kamala because she's proven herself not to be a trustworthy person. And if there is anything to be extracted from her, if there's anything to be gained out of her for working class people, it will come from people who are challenging her. It will not come from people who just pushing her forward because they get something out of it. So they use some people's seeking validation, seeking some type of personal living through Kamala's success. People who want to feel good, they're going to use that against them, right? To help try to make this thing happen. But really, the people that are going to benefit are going to be Kamala, her husband, and the people that are already in powerful positions or trying to ascend to more powerful positions, who will get residual benefits from the ascension of Kamala Harris. But it will not be, you're not going to get, if you drive an Uber, it's not going to help you. If you're working at FedEx, it's not going to help you. If you're working at Amazon, it's not going to help you it's not going to help you that Kamala's in the White House. She would have to have policies that help you. And that's what I'm looking to hear from. But since it's her, and she shifts her policies like the wind, she changes it like a Joy Reid hairstyle. What? So some of us, man, I'm proud of some of us. I want to give a big shout out to the people that know what time it is, man, because I think I spend too much time listening to the people that don't get it. Sometimes you do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get so caught up, you get 20 responses, and 2 of them are negative, and all you see are the 2 negative responses. I want to give a big shout out to people that get it, people that see the bigger picture, that they understand there's a difference between hate and criticism. And what the Democratic Party are doing is they're trying to scare people. And if you're afraid, if you operate out of fear, then you ain't thinking about your best interest. That, at least not long term. If you allow people to play with your emotions and to push you into a fear mode, you're just looking for a way to save yourself. But there are people that see beyond this. There are people that understand what I'm talking about. They get it. I want to say big ups to you, and I appreciate you chiming in like you do. And please continue to speak up, because believe it or not, people need to hear you. They need to hear you say that. It might not change people's opinions in the moment, but maybe later on they'll think about, wow, what they're saying, what these different people are saying. I don't think everybody's a bot. So right now, when they're trying to scare us, it reminds me of this clip. I saw this clip earlier today, right? And I was like, wow, this is a funny clip, but it's also, it makes me, I just saw like the Democratic Party in this clip. I saw the Democratic Party trying to scare the hell out of us. And what happens when you don't react to fear? And that's when they really lose their minds, right? Check this out.
Everybody get down! Give me all your money! It's got the pockets! Give me all your money! Get down! Where's the money? Give me the money! Where's the money? Everybody give me everything! Where's the money?
I'm sorry. I mean, all they can do is walk out. That's all they can do is walk out, man, because if the fear don't work, if the scare tactics are ineffective, what else they got? What else they got? All they trying to do is scare you. You see that, look, the look on this lady's face, I'm sorry, the look on this lady's face when he was doing this. The sister right here, after this lady gets up, look at the lady, I guess that's like an orange shirt. I don't know what that is, gold shirt. Look at her. Just look at her. She's amazing.
Give me the money. Where's the money? Everybody give me everything.
Look.
Where's the money?
Look at lady. Look at that. Look at her. That right there. That's right. That's the people who get it. That's the people that get it. This guy don't. What? What? What you gonna do? What? I'm tired. I ain't got no time. Look, I ain't got time to be playing with you. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing, man. And we need more people that have this type of attitude. When they come through the door, when the Democratic Party comes through the door and they talking loud about, Project 25, Project 2025. These conservatives are out here and they want to do stuff. And Trump going to do what they say. You know that there are Aryan nations and Klan members and all types of militant groups that have all types of manifestos and all types of reports. I don't know. There are all types of left-wing type think tanks. There's centrist, left-wing, all type. There are all types of reports, man. Where y'all been? There's all types of organizations to write all types of things, but they're focused on this, and they got some people repeating it. Why would you need to know what this organization wrote? There are a lot of things written that you would not like to read. There are a lot of people with ideologies and plans and hopes for America that you would not want to hear from, right? Why are the Democrats, why have I not heard of Project 25 from the people that wrote it? Since they're trying to promote it and trying to make it become a thing, why all the publicity for it is coming from Democrats? Why are they spreading the message of this thing? Why is it not the people that are trying to make conservatives in the world, the country, adopt it? Why aren't they the ones spending money to promote this thing on airwaves and stuff? Like, The only time I hear people talk about it is Democrats who are trying to scare me with it. I don't hear it being promoted trying to get like Republicans to get in line on it. I only see promotion of Democrats making it bigger than it was by telling me this is what they're going to, trying to use it as a boogeyman against me. Yeah, I don't, yeah. Am I the only person that sees it that way? Most of America, most working class black folks never even heard about this until BET and Taraji Henson tried to tell us to be afraid of it. Whenever somebody tells me I need to be afraid of something, they ain't even messing with me. I instinctively question, why are you telling me this? That's just what I do. When someone come to me, they say, hey, this person's out to get you, they don't like you, and they were talking smack about you. I'm like, okay, for real? Okay. Okay. I start thinking, like, why are you telling me this? I mean, I guess it's just my time being like, living life as a young man out there, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with the elements of the world in the street life and just living life, dealing with people cut from different types of cloth that make me be that way. But I don't think I'm the only person that like peep game. Like, first thing I think is like, why are you telling me? What do you have to gain by you telling me this? What's up? Like, but anyway. I think as long as people are afraid, then people can be pushed to do things that are not in their best interest very easily. It's like Richard Pryor had a joke. He said something about being in the woods. Something about being in the woods that makes you run in the trees. Or something. Yeah, is that it? Something about, no, he said something about being in the woods with snakes make you run in the trees. It's like, snake, bow. You know, because you are afraid and you try to run from the snake. Someone could just say snake and you just turn around and run and bam, you run right into a tree because your focus is just, uh-oh, the snake. You might not even saw a snake, but just the threat of someone saying snake. It's like, I think it was Martin's first comedy special. It may have been Martin. Well, it could be. No, it may have been Kings of the Comedy. It was like if somebody started running in here, Cedric the Entertainer. He said, somebody come in this arena and somebody starts saying, somebody just start running, everybody start running. They don't even know why they're running. Because they saw one person run and everybody just start running because they think something going on. They don't know about it, but they're going to run too. They don't want to find out what it is. They just want to get up out of there. And that's the type of psychology that's being played right now on a lot of us. And I'm going to combat that, man. I'm going to combat it. I'm not going to go down without a fight when they trying to scare my folks into doing things that are not in their best interest by using psychological tricks. Get what I'm saying? And using social engineering in order to get what they want out of us, by using fear and using blackness as a weapon against us. Kamala could come out and say, these are the things I had planned for Black America. And I'm not saying she would carry any of them out, but at least then you would be able to hold her accountable for what she did not carry out. But the way D.L. Hughley's acting, the way that the Angela Rye's and the Charlemagne's, and just insert name of people that are bigging this up. Aries Spears now, I don't know what made Aries want to do this. Michael Steele, thought he was a Republican. I don't know what happened. I don't know what his guy is. All these people that are doing this, they're not forcing Kamala to have any types of substance. They're trying to just let her run on her skin tone. There's a group of people that don't need anything from government. Okay, there are people that don't need anything from government. Those are the people that will benefit no matter what happens. They're going to benefit from this. But the people that do need government to work for them, they cannot afford for these people who are self-focused on their own come up, maintaining their own business relationships, career aspirations. They're willing to sacrifice all of us. A courageous person will be asking Kamala, what's in it for my cousins? What's in it for my people across the street? What's in it for the people who aren't doing as well as me? All they're doing is pointing across the street saying, well, it's evil Trump over there. But you know what Trump's doing? Trump is telling those people, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Kamala's not talking about doing any of that. She just said, I'm going to stop Trump. The only people that are going to benefit from that, the only people going to benefit from that are people that are already doing well. So I don't know, man. I just think we got to be able to take a long look at this, and we got to really be able to parse things out a little bit and realize that, and stop labeling people, cease labeling people that sellouts for challenging powerful people. Kamala's a powerful person. She's the vice president of the United States. That's not a small thing. That's not a small accomplishment. Hell, being an attorney general is not a small accomplishment. Being a senator is not a small accomplishment. Being a VP is not a small accomplishment. Being a presumptive nominee of the Democratic Party is not a small accomplishment. She's a very powerful individual. In the way some of these people are behaving, is if she's a fragile being that she's under attack. Nah, man, we're the fragile beings. We are. We are the ones under attack. It's the other way. You're defending the powerful people from criticism when that is all we have. America's got guns and bombs and shit. They got police and military. You understand that? All poor people have are our voices and our nonconformity. That is all we have. Whether you are black, white, Asian, Native American, no matter how you put your pants on, which way you put them on, whatever, how you worship, any of that. All we have is our voices and our nonconformity. That's all you have. She's got everything. What are you talking? These people behave as if she's just a poor little single mom just trying to make ends meet, and here we go beating up on her. Kamala Harris has never been that. She's one of the most powerful women in the world. One of the most powerful women in the world who has ever lived. That's who Kamala Harris is. And when a guy with a small media company is trying to hold her accountable, and you jump on the side of the woman who's the most powerful woman in the history of black women in the world, and you defend her as if she is vulnerable? Nah, man. You know, in some ways, I guess I misunderstood, you know. I misunderstood some of my, I had some friends that kind of got this, but we disagreed on other things, but they did understand who was powerful in America, who was not powerful, who had the power. They would not be criticizing someone with a TikTok page for calling out Kamala Harris and calling out Joe Biden. And the last thing I'll say is this. If Kamala Harris, these people that are supporting Kamala Harris who did not support Joe Biden, I'm trying to figure out why. And if you can't answer that question with some type of substance, that says everything they need to know about you. Because I never once heard Kamala go against a Joe Biden policy statement, she backed him up 100%. When he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, I did not hear her come out and separate herself from that. Now you're going to say, oh, she's not supposed to. I'm sorry, guys. Don't tell me that somebody is black as if that means something, that when it comes down to standing up for black people, I don't care who you against, who's in defense or in opposition to whoever it is. If you don't, what's the difference? If you won't stand up, no matter what it costs you, what's the difference between you and anybody else? Why does it matter? It's only supposed to matter because psychologically somebody thinks that this person's going to have their back. But if they prove that they don't have your back, then what difference does it make? People are trying to make the argument about ethnicity as if that means that she has some type of allegiance. She hasn't done anything to demonstrate she has any type of allegiance to anyone. Just talking about black people's problems ain't enough. Hell, man, Tim Wise talks about black people's problems. Right? Is that enough to be president? Okay, fine. Y'all might as well elect Tim Wise. He talks about black people problems. What's the teacher? The one with the blue and brown-eyed test. I interviewed her a long time ago. You know, she's a teacher. Spark plug, little spark plug lady. What's the spark plug lady's name? I want to get her name right. What's her name? Somebody know. Anyway, by the time y'all say it, I probably could think about it. I forget her name. But anyway, what I'm saying is there's a number of people of different colors, ethnicities that point out black issues. That's not enough to be president. At least it's not enough for us to support you to be president just because you go, we had 100 years of Jim Crow and black people have dealt with this and dealt with that. And then it's like, okay, I'm waiting for you to say a thing about what we're going to do about it. And there's no thing they're going to do about it. Well, you know, I don't need that. I don't need someone just to tell me that they understand there's bad things that have happened and these issues that we face. What are you gonna do about it? So if you didn't support Joe Biden, which I understand why you didn't, why is it her number two? Why is it his VP get support? I don't understand it. Did she differ with him on some stuff? Did she dissent from him? Is she radically, what is it? Damn it. The cookout of Rollins. I don't know what that is. And speaking of Roland Martin's doing fine in life. Roland Martin does not need Kamala to commit to anything. You know what I'm saying? Roland Martin is one of those people that's in a position where they don't need anything from the system to work for him. So therefore, he can support somebody and push for it for historical purposes. But that's a luxury. You know what I'm saying? That's a luxury. That's what people get to do when they don't need things to work. You understand what I'm saying? When you don't need things to work, you good. It's like, you don't need to work overtime if the bills add up. You know, if you got, if everything's straight. Who needs to work overtime? The person needs to work overtime, their hand goes up and you offer overtime because they need it, because they need their bills to meet. But it's going to be a great weekend. It's a sunny weekend. It's going to be a great weather. We've been waiting for great weather for weeks. You know how it is when it keeps raining on the weekend for some damn reason. During the week is great. Then the weekend comes, number rain. And that Friday, your boss comes and says, oh, look, we offered some overtime. And everybody's looking at each other, oh, shit. Well, the brother who has a bunch of bills stacked up on the table, his arm go up so fast, he get arm rash. Like his underarm is rash. But the brothers and the sisters who are straight, they're like, shoot, we gonna go get some crabs, go get some blue shell crabs, man. We gonna throw something on the grill. We gonna do a Jim Clyburn fish fry. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not even trying to vilify Roland. What I'm saying is, Roland don't need to work overtime. Roland can go enjoy his weekend and have a fish fry with Clyburn. It's okay, Clyburn. You get what I'm saying? But if you're a working class person who does not have the luxury and just going to have fun in the sun, or if you're like some of the people that I've known, and this is sad. I remember there was a family. Damn it, stop coughing. I remember there was this family. It was Southeast DC over there by Green Elementary School. I want to say Congress Heights Apartments. There's a friend named Anthony that I met that summer when I was staying over there with my biological dad. And it was Christmas break that I was over there. Christmas break. And I remember on Christmas, Anthony and his family got all these presents. They got Anthony all these clothes and all this stuff, right? And it was a great thing. You know, he was very excited about Christmas. And a funny thing happened right after New Year's. After New Year's, I went over there. I visited him like the week after New Year's, and I asked my Uncle Bernard, where was Anthony? And he said, man, they had to move. I said, they had to move? He's like, yeah, they had to move, man. It turns out they got evicted. They got evicted from the apartment. And I went over there to see, and it was like stuff all on the street. All the stuff was on the street. And I was like, I was like 13, 12, 13. I would say 13. And I didn't understand what I was looking at, man. I didn't understand what had happened. But there are some people that have that kind of mentality, man. Now, look, we all know that there could be some stuff that I'm missing out on. Maybe they were 3 months behind. Now I understand they were probably many months behind, because don't nobody get evicted the first month that you're behind, right? But still, one would argue that they could have kept that money that they spent on Christmas to make the kids feel good for that one day, to just keep that money, because obviously they need somewhere else to go and they're going to need that when they move. Or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I like to think that they moved into a nice place already furnished and they left all that old shit to leave it there. But I don't think they did, okay? And what I'm saying is we have some people who are living vicariously and they're not in Roland Martin's position, but they're pushing for this thing and they want their Christmas gifts. They want Christmas gifts. And first of the month, they're going to be out on their ass. Because they are not Roland. They are not Joy Reid. They are not Simone Sanders. They are not multi-millionaires. They're working class people living through and not getting that they need government to work out, that their policies do matter and it does impact them. Okay? And that goes to white folks, black folks, Asian folks, Native American folks, people that are non-white Hispanics. All of us from a certain type of money background. Understand what I'm saying? From a certain type of class. So some people want to categorize that as selling out. Some people want to categorize that as hating. Some people want to call that double hating or some old crazy nonsense. And I just call that living in reality. All I'm doing is living in reality. And luckily, happily, A lot of y'all feel the same way. A lot of y'all living in reality too, man. And I just want to say thank you for keeping me sane. Let me know I ain't by myself when I'm critical of these things. I'm not saying I hate anyone. But yeah. Some of us don't have the luxury. Some of us don't have the luxury of living through someone else's success. We got to have some of our own. All right, that's it. Yo. You know, Buck, you brought up a good point. Buck says that's why I tell people not to rent. A lot of people don't have a choice but to rent. That's all I'm gonna say. Not everybody has a choice. Not everybody has a choice to buy a home. All right, guys. I'm Tim Black. I appreciate y'all. Remember, you can send your hate mail to tim@timblacktv.com. Let's just keep it going. Let's just keep it happening. Thank y'all. Africa's King said, reality is unavoidable. It'll come for you. Yes, it will. Fight the evil says great show today. I thought I did all yesterday, man. What you smoking? Fight the evil. Lala says a lot of us understand what you mean, Tim. Thank you, Lala. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get some conversions though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to convert some folks. We can't live through Kamala's success, man. That's all I'm saying. Someone say, Tim Black, what would you do if you got offered all this money and all these things, all this stuff? I don't know. It haven't happened to me. So I can't say what I would do if that happened, if I had all this money and all this success. If somebody was, I think, unfortunately, when you're not going through something, so like what I said yesterday, when somebody has, when someone's foot is, when a car is sitting on your foot, if it's not sitting on your foot, it's hard to feel the pain of the car sitting on your foot. If it's sitting on someone else's foot, they feel it. And I think that's just reality. But if we are able to articulate what that feeling's like, because everybody can imagine something, right? So it's our job as content creators, it's our job as activists / content creators / journalists, whatever we call ourselves. I don't know, commentators, I don't know. It's our job to try to articulate and communicate in vivid terms so that people that are not in this situation can understand and imagine at least, on an intellectual level, get like what that's like. Because unless you in it, unless you in it, So I would like to hope that if I was detached from this station in life, if I wasn't like basically like living on a shoestring type budget, if I was well-to-do, you know what I'm saying? And everything was straight, I had all this money stacked up and I was making millions of dollars, and it was like I would like to think that I would still be open and there'd be people that I would be listening to that made me understand what's happening. But you never really know, do you? All I could do was what's current and what I do know. It's hypothetically, who knows? But I'm playing my position from where I'm at right now. So I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon. We'll be back tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. I'll do my best to try to be on time tomorrow. I mess with y'all. Real talk. Appreciate it. Yeah. Go to jointimblack.com, become a member for only $5 a month. I appreciate y'all. The Tim Black Wolfpack. We started back in 2014. Folks on the online community who wanted to come together to fight back against the garbage that goes on in D.C. We couldn't stand the politics, so we wanted to do something about it. Didn't know what, but we knew we needed to do something. It hasn't gotten better, it's gotten worse. It's time to ride again. Join us. Wolfpack.
Everybody get down! Give me all your money! And get the buses! Give me all your money! Get down! Where's the money? Give me the money! Where's the money? Everybody give me everything! Where's the money? And get the buses! Give me all your money! Get down! Where's the money? Give me the money! Where's the money? Everybody give me everything! Where's the money?